can Asia become the center for global innovation? What can Asian countries do, either by themselves or collectively? Are there pockets of excellence across the region that either could be leveraged or replicated? And then how do we ensure that innovation investments translate into the right results for the nations?
From our perception, and I'm speaking from the point of view of an international organization which is looking after intellectual property, I think it's quite clear that innovation is now multipolar. And this is a very, very profound shift. So we have a situation of multipolar innovation which is profoundly different from the situation that we've had for the last 200 years at least in the world. One of the implications of that, I think, is an intensification of competition. Competition now has more actors globally. And we see that playing out right now in a variety of tensions. Trade tensions, we see it playing out not just in trade tensions, but in tensions over foreign direct investment, investment screening, a whole range of factors. So a big challenge, I think, is going to be how the Asian economies are able to accompany their rise in technology production and their rise as technology players by an appropriate institutional and administrative structure which accommodates the new position that they have as leaders.
What we see today. And it's only an example of one particular nation, and perhaps the same model or similar models have been applied, as was pointed out correctly by Dr. Gurry, across Asia, in China, in Korea, and now in India. The testimony to the fact is that more than about half the patents in the world in the last couple of years have been filed from Asia. And that shows the increasing prowess of the Asian nations in adopting to innovation. Modern India has had a strong focus on science and technology. And the political leadership has recognized that economic growth will only benefit by developments in science and technology and innovations.
The Chinese government attaches great importance to innovation. President Xi Jinping emphasized that innovation is the first driving force for development. The strategic support for building a modern economic system and the fundamental driving force for high-quality development for several times. In 2016, China published innovation-driven development strategy and now is implementing it. We have achieved fruitful results in building innovation-driven country. We remain committed to strengthening international STI cooperation on all fronts, actively participate in global innovation network, and stand ready to work with all sides against common challenges and for common development.
Given the fact that India is an example of policy-led innovation, the onus of making sure that innovation steeps right to the grassroots and is then documented properly and then captured in our data, that onus lies on the government of India, and that's what we have been trying to do for the past few years. And the fact that we are actually having the global launch of this prestigious event out here in India, maybe for the first time ever in a developing nation, itself speaks volumes for the importance that India is now giving to innovation.
If we want a more sustainable world, if we want a sustainable planet, we need to find sustainable business models. And I'm not talking about greenwashing, I'm talking about economic opportunities. And we have all the technologies today to make it possible. Internet of Experience, model-based system engineering, new materials, composite, renewable energy, electric car, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, safe learning systems, etc. We have many of them. But what we need to do, particularly in Asia, is to foster this technology in order for them to give birth to new sustainable business model, business products, and business experiences.
So I would propose that Asia has the opportunity to be the leader, to define what the experience economy actually is. Well, how do we do it? Well, we continue to innovate in those examples that I provided. But I would suggest that we move from an environment where we have a capacity to innovate, which is what we do today, to a culture of innovation in everything that we do. It means collaboration between private sector and government, and through our partnerships, through our collaboration, in a culture of innovation, in the way we work together, will form the very foundation of the way the experience economy of the world will occur. And Asia has the opportunity, because of our economic strength, because of our demographic nature, that we can lead the world's economy and will lead the experience economy of tomorrow.